We got the whole cliche thing where maybe it has to do with the well in the basement. So we ran out of time and we decided we're gonna focus a lot of our energy into that. Good evening again. Same 3 guys that were here 2 weeks ago. If what was here before knows we're back again.
Basically, she started and was like, hey, have you guys been into the basement? There's one room in the basement that's effing weird.
What is it about that closet behind you? Is that what you're trying to show us? Are you trying to block it? It almost looks like he's protecting it. Like, don't go in there. Is it multiple things? Something attached to the basement?
So,
Help me.
that's what we're here to try to do.
We are here for that.
What the heck?
Did you hear anything in your headphones?
It was a weird noise. Oh. Whoa. Ooh, I just heard actual movement. Oh my God. What? I just heard something in there in the kitchen.
It's back over on this corner, guys.
I think we've got a pretty good idea of who we're talking to. Mm-hmm. If that is the case, someone's stuck here. So you say you used to work here?
I worked here. I worked for the phone company. I did some work in the building. And I had to go down into the basement to the phone room where the wires come in. Okay. And on my way down, going through the stairway, I walked by a young child. Maybe, I don't know, 7 years old. Sitting on the stairs. Like, a weekday in the morning. I thought about being out of here in my truck. I'm like, what just happened? Why did I just see a kid like, sitting on the stairs? I walked around there. I was acting reversed, and it was like a real person sitting on the stairs.
My name's Kevin, and I ended up here as a joke. I'm in the kitchen jamming out, prepping food, having a good time. But I heard something in my ear one day, and I went back and replayed the song, and nothing. I'm rocking out, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, in my ear.
Oh, so this was loud.
It was loud.
Not like a whisper. This
Not
was
like
loud.
a whisper. It was loud, got my attention. One of my employees that used to live upstairs has told me that he used to see a woman at the end of his bed when he lived upstairs.
So same building.
Same building, but he lived in the apartment 2 stories up.
Okay.
Back in the day in the 1800s when this was built, it was a brothel upstairs.
Oh.
Which answers my next question.
Which answers a lot of questions.
Yeah. There's nothing living in that well downstairs in the basement, right?
I hope not.
That could, obviously that's, I imagine, original to the building.
I would assume so.
So creepy though.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know, how deep down does it go, do you know?
I think it's like 15 feet.
Do you have any sort of like inklings or any idea of what it could be here and what your suspicions are?
Just a spirit that can't find its way home.
Okay. Hole? H-O-L-E.
Hole? Like a
Thinking
well in the
it's like-
basement?
You're thinking it's related to the well?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We possibly saw you.
Robinson. We'll keep that on the back burner just in case. If that's so, can you try to hold... Bones? Okay. Did you hear that?
If that was you, can you do that one more time? On this device right here?
Miracle.
Thank you.
Wow.
It is a miracle, isn't it, what we're doing? We can communicate with you.
Throw. Guys, something's telling me that, like, they were found in the well.
Right.
I know it's such like a cliche thing to say, like,
Right.
bodies thrown in wells, but dude, like, it's describing hole, wall, throw.
It said bones at one point too.
You know?
Weird.
That was him.
Wow.
Is there anybody down here with me? I am. Sound like a female.
Try to use your energy to come show yourself. Was that you I just saw a moment ago on this device? I've got to go back upstairs shortly. So I really want you to take this opportunity to come and interact with me again. K2. If you want to... Thank you. Can you please let go?
I am afraid of dying. Can you maybe give me a sign that'll give me a little bit more comfort knowing that this isn't it?
You're okay here.
Well, thank you.
I hate to put it this way. Did somebody kill you and then bring you to the well after? Maybe to like throw your body down there? Or get rid of something that had to do with it? That's so weird, dude.
Suicide.
We didn't touch base on that yet. Not even have a conclusion for this one. Just go right back in, come back another time, and try to finish it up.
Yep.
Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
There's evil everywhere.
All right, boys. So we're gonna figure out what we've learned in the last 2 weeks since our last time here. So I know the first time around we touched base with what could be Elizabeth, right? Mm-hmm. So she was coming off as a young girl. We got the whole cliche thing where maybe it has to do with the well in the basement. So we ran out of time and we decided we're gonna focus a lot of our energy into that. Started picking up more traction where it started to talk about things like suicide and something that was kind of reaching out for us to figure things out. So I'm not sure if you guys figured out anything in the meantime.
Yeah, so I DM'd the Historical Society on Instagram. I also sent them an email. One of the guys got back to me and gave me a history of all like the deeds of who built the house originally, who bought it from who, and who bought it from them, and
so this building in general?
Yep.
Cool. All right. What do you got?
So I guess this whole block originally was called the Meltzer House. It was a boarding house for many years. The street floor originally was always divided into two buildings. On the east wing, it was a plumbing and heating store and a barber. And then the west wing, where we are, was a grocery store. It was called the John E. Bruce Grocer. Apparently, they specialized in making their own vinegar. They would keep cider down in the basement and also turned it into hard cider.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think I remember you like briefly telling me about that. I think you were telling me where it's like they literally had the barrels in the basement and they had it butted up against another company and they were wondering where all of their product was going. And it's because the people on the other side drilled a hole through the wall into the barrels and was actually drinking their product.
Yeah, there's a wooden divider down there and they had them right against
That's so funny to me.
Times are different.
Yeah, that's also true. So nothing crazy, like it wasn't like a hospital, like, you know, there wasn't like crazies here or anything like that. So just typical history.
Yeah, just typical history like that. It was businesses, homes, apartments. I mean, rooming houses or boarding houses are usually just a bunch of strangers living together in a house.
But is that just like a fancy way of saying this really was a brothel, but we're going to call it something
probably
a little more proper?
Yeah, like was it a cover-up?
Mm-hmm. Because like you said, a boarding house is just like, hey, we have a bunch of random people up there. Don't worry about them.
Right.
So it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find anything or no?
So what I did is he went that route with the society. I went to Facebook.
Okay.
So I went out and I posted on the residence page basically saying that we did film here already. And I was looking for any sort of history from the locals.
They would know best.
Yeah, that would know best, or people that may have worked here or owned this building in the past. So I did get some direct responses for like what it was prior, which is basically what it is now, a restaurant and bar. There was a comment on here that had some bench tables in the basement that actually came from a local restaurant called the Country Tavern. Do you know about the Country Tavern? How that's actually really haunted?
Yes.
As well?
Yeah.
So I guess once prior, this was a restaurant that a friend of mine, his parents owned.
Oh.
And in the basement, they actually had in possession some of these wooden benches and tables from a known haunted restaurant.
Okay.
Actually, not too far from here.
That could hold some weight, yeah.
So there was that, and then I did get a couple DMs on Instagram. So I had a friend actually that lived upstairs here for some years. She said not really much happened, but she could tell there was a presence here. She did get into some things where she felt like she was constantly being watched. Objects moving, the remote for her TV being flipped off the couch, you know, stuff like that. Just some weird things.
Not normal things.
But the real cream of the crop was that the building directly next to us, which would be the East Wing, was a tattoo shop. Basically said it was pretty effed up when she worked over on that side. Basically, she started and was like, hey, have you guys been into the basement? There's one room in the basement that's effing weird. There used to be a mattress and a chair in it, very odd. There was a couple suicides upstairs.
Okay.
Along with overdoses. Pictures falling off the wall, drawers opening, shadows, noises. She says that clients pick up on these senses and emotions, that they're feeling watched, and you know they're not the only ones there. But what we did get again was the confirmation of the suicide, which is where we left off before we left previously. That was very ironic and coincidental that we did receive essential confirmation about, you know, those overdoses and suicides, whether they were attempts or they were followed through.
Yeah, it's validating too, because obviously we're doing this for the first time.
Right.
We're the first people to do this. So there's going to be a lot of questions. So to get something like that, they obviously don't know what we went through. They don't know what we experienced, what we picked up here.
Yeah.
So for them to come out and say, hey, there's been suicides upstairs,
Right.
that helps so much.
And those about it.
And who knows how tonight will go. We could get completely different responses. You know, maybe that night it was that person's night, and then tonight could be completely different, totally different story from different timelines. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're just going to keep digging until we find out something that kind of lines up with what we have been getting.
And I was going to touch base on that too, because now we need to figure out if what we were interacting with the entire night was this person, just the one that might be related to a suicide. Is it multiple things, something attached to the basement, and maybe there's something different here? We don't know. We got to try to figure that out. We won't try to get too stun-locked on one or the other.
Right.
It hasn't been too long. It's only been a couple weeks since we were here last. So I think having that information, what we can do is use that as a focal point for a couple sessions tonight for sure. Because with the things that Kevin said he was experiencing here, something trying to get his attention, things like that. I mean, if I was somebody who ended my life and I was stuck here, the first thing I'm going to do is try to get somebody's attention. It does make sense. And if that is the case, someone's stuck here. So we might have to do something about it.
Yeah.
But tonight will tell us hopefully what we need to know. We'll try a couple new things. We'll focus a lot on the well in the basement.
I believe that's a focal point tonight.
Yeah. If it's someone who was killed here, killed themselves here, or if it's something residual, let's try to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Do it.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so we're getting back into it for night 2 here at the Townhall Taphouse Bar Eatery. Did I get it right?
You got it.
I got it the first time. Oh yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I practiced it for 2 years. So, like we said, we're just going to stick to what we know. See if what was here before wants to talk to us. We've got the same devices, a couple new things. We're going to see a lot of Kyle's cool equipment tonight.
Hey, bud.
Hi. So what we're going to do is just kind of spread out our devices a little bit everywhere, kind of how we started it the first time. See what hits where, and try to see if we can get to the bottom of what we were starting to figure out the last time we were here. Let's get it. All right, good evening again. Same 3 guys that were here 2 weeks ago. We'll go around and introduce ourselves one more time. If what was here before knows we're back again. We're off to a good start here.
I think it does.
It remembers us. Yes.
Because that's proximity, that's not even temperature change, that is touch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So quick reminder, myself with the bright light, my name is Alan.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Austin.
Go ahead and interact with these devices as much as you want over the next few hours. And we're going to try to figure out who you are, why you're here, and if we can help you, okay? Is it squeaking?
I hear squeaking.
We haven't heard that since we've been here.
I can hear it very loud on here.
So, real quick, what Kyle's using is basically an amplified, what would you call it?
So it's just a audio recorder, and I got headphones plugged in with a mic on, so I can hear if I get any EVPs in real time. And that way I can stop you guys and say, hey, I just heard this, we can play it back.
Okay, so he'll get us those audio files that I can plug into the video so you guys can hear what he hears, because we're not going to be able to. And I'm going to turn on the device we used before that allowed you to use your words. So feel free to come up at any point, use your words, try to reintroduce yourselves if you can. So one thing we would like to know, I just untied my own shoe.
That's what I hate about Vans. They always have long shoelaces.
Don't make
My
fun.
life ended fast.
My life ended fast.
That's relatable.
Yeah, a suicide reference.
Right. So we do want to touch base on where we left off. If there's a way you remember what we talked about, we started getting some information on a suicide.
Goodbye.
So there was mention of a suicide here, and Austin took the time to reach out to the community and actually found out that there was some suicides in this building, more specifically on the 2nd floor. So this could be you if you're one of those people, if your life ended fast. So if you can find a way to tell us or share with us, maybe we can help you.
Did you think that?
Be careful.
What did it say?
It's time to be careful.
It's time to be careful.
If this is who we spoke with last time, is there a way you can maybe tell us your name?
I know you heard those last couple ones.
Creaking?
Yep.
I just heard that.
Yep.
That was very loud. I'm hearing movement. Like, I just heard like something slide.
And yours?
Yes. Like almost like a chair, like sliding.
I heard that in person too.
I thought I heard.
It's right before you turn around to look that way.
Thank you so much.
Are you in that corner?
Seems like a pretty good response. Maybe if you can, do us a favor. There's a red bell.
Eliza.
Oh, that's
Didn't we get that same name last time too? We're pretty close, right?
Hold on. I think that is a name.
the first time I want to say was Elizabeth,
I'm
or it was Eliza.
I'm almost positive it was Eliza.
Put yourself
I
in
am
our...
Eliza.
I am
Eliza.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you for a second if you could put yourself in our shoes.
Now, is somebody breathing? Did you hear anything in that?
Nope.
I was reading.
You didn't hear any breathing in your headphones?
Tell us more about yourself. We want to know who's here, why you're here, and what we can do.
Let's take it back to when we first got here, right? We heard a voice come through that said, "My life ended fast." Are you referring to a suicide? Yes? Did you? Whoa.
That just
That's weird.
gave me mega chills.
Yeah.
I just heard a huge bang too.
That's stairs.
Sensitivity.
Okay.
Wow, it just said sensitivity.
All right, so it's a very sensitive topic, as I would assume.
Holy freaking moly.
That was wild.
Okay, so I just want to say, is it safe to assume or to confirm that?
I enjoyed the company.
We are here for that
What
reason.
the heck? Did you hear anything in your headphones?
No.
I don't even know what I just heard.
I enjoyed the company.
We are here for that
What
reason.
the heck? Did you hear anything in your headphones?
No.
Is there anything outside? I heard right over here. I really hope this picked up. I heard like a ha ha ha,
Like a giggle?
but it was almost like that squeaking noise, but it sounded like it was a weird noise. Oh.
Sounds like a...
Earlier when we were talking, I thought I heard like a female over us talking, but it wasn't definitive enough for me to like stop.
I know I heard it like right here in this corner.
Rejection.
rejection.
Okay,
That was very strange.
that was a lot.
I'm surprised this much is happening right off the get-go.
Yeah, that was crazy with both of them firing off like that.
We're kind of starting off with that sensitive topic,
That's,
you know,
you're not-
which is that focal point. So
Help me.
help me.
Well, that's what we're here to try to do.
So the three of us want to say right now that we apologize for how hard this topic may be. Okay? But the three of us are glad that you're here with us right now.
This is gonna sound again. Probably sound very cliche and stupid. But it smells awful over here. It almost smells like a homeless person, I guess is the best way to put it. It smells very dirty.
Right.
Like if somebody were to walk up to you with very, very poor hygiene, that's what it smelled like.
Okay.
Or like a regular. Like at a bar.
It doesn't smell like poop.
Oh, jeez.
It's the only way I can put it. It just smelled like a dirty person.
Like onions and socks?
Closer.
Closer. You
Arsehole.
You gotta be kidding me.
say asshole?
It says arsehole, like A-R-S-E hole. Like an old very
Like an right.
And I literally just said it smelled like poop.
Oh my god. That's pretty funny.
That's
Hey.
a very weird coincidence. Thank you if you're trying to explain what we're experiencing because it's very different. And if it's you, that's okay. We're not knocking you. We just are trying to let each other know what we're picking up on here.
We'd love to continue this conversation and get more in depth on what happened to you and who you are. And this is why we came back. I still can't believe both those REM pause went off at the same time.
That was very strange.
That was so strong.
I also just want to mention that you can use these devices to talk to us, yes, but I also have this device here where if you try your hardest to talk audibly, I'll be able to hear you in real time through my headphones. Most of the times we record and we don't play it back till later on when we go home. Is that something you think you're comfortable doing?
Whoa.
Did you catch that on your, Kyle, did you catch that on your?
Like a shuffle? Sound like it came from the basement.
The thing is, it's like really picking up the creaking in the floor.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But
It's in front of me.
if something like whispers, I'll be able to hear it.
So let's do this. Are you glad that we've developed a way to communicate? Does that excite you? Does that make you happy? Whoa,
I just heard a female say something.
was that a K2 or something?
I have a K2 set up on that vase, I believe, by the bell.
That had to have been what that was. Are you under the impression that you are alive? Do you understand that it's not the same way that the three
I
of
need
us
to make peace.
need to make peace? I mean, again, relevant.
I'm gonna ask a tough question, so forgive me. You said you had to make peace. Do you maybe wish you could have done things differently?
That's a pretty solid. Oh. What? That's a pretty solid answer.
So that's twice now I've asked
And
a question like that.
it's bouncing off from one to the other. Now I know.
Hold on.
Oh,
Wait,
I just caught a huge, it had to have been an orb or something floating by the camera because I did not pick it up with my eyes. I just got it in the camera. It was big. It was big and white, and it made like a trailing pattern. Like, just to see.
all right, so we just reset it, but you can make it make noise again after, okay? Thank you. And tonight might be hard for you.
now earlier we got something about rejection. Would whatever you did that have anything to do with rejection from a loved one? Or a loved interest?
That K2 again.
Yep. Yep. This is going to coincide with what Kyle just asked you, okay? Make that go quiet, please.
That was really quick.
Would you maybe go back and redo things and maybe
How are you hearing this?
there was so much going on behind you.
So it's kind of like directional too with the mic.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it's gotta be on me, like one direction. Are you ready for that?
Oh yeah. So let me get this question back out to you real quick, okay?
Appreciation.
I love that.
If this is the spirit, that was Kyle.
Sorry.
If this is the spirit whose voice came through earlier,
It's watching you.
What noise was
What was that noise? It was like yeah. Yeah.
Where did that even come from?
Back behind me somewhere.
Was that a piece of equipment? What is that? You know, it's okay in life to do not okay things as long as you can move forward and learn from them. And I can speak for the three of us that taking your life isn't the answer. It just makes things worse, especially for those that really do love you and care for you. But again, the pain of what you feel at that time goes deeper than what you can explain. They wouldn't understand and they wouldn't get it.
Terrible.
I think we've got a pretty good idea of who we're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can work something out with you. So if we give you a moment, can you physically try to make a noise as loud as you possibly can? Not only to show us that you're here, but to show us where you want us to go. Whether that be the basement or staying up here. Maybe a specific...
Okay, two. Actually, better yet, let me ask you this question. Does the well have to do with your death at all? Okay. What do you think, Alan?
I feel like it is just one thing we're talking to.
Oh, cat ball.
Cat ball.
Wow. And it's just like, did you hear me?
Wow. Thank you so much.
Are you able to move that cat ball, push it, and roll it down the bar?
I mean, that's pretty good. That took a lot of energy too. Wow.
I'm chill. I'm full.
I'm freezing, man.
And that's the REM pod behind you.
It's the one right next to me, and that hasn't been going off since I've been sitting next to it, so it's not me. Wow, thank you so much.
These are huge bursts of energy.
Huge, dude.
This is the third time, and that was like, you asked it to move something and it moved something.
It moves itself. Okay, I'm gonna make this go quiet, okay?
So, you know what I noticed about that REM pod? That one almost like shorts out. Like,
Yeah.
it goes off, but then it just gets stuck.
It can't stop.
And if it was the REM pod, like the actual device, it would probably just keep doing that without, like right now it's quiet, you know?
Right.
Just,
Oh
that-
my god.
that was the bell.
That just went off.
Okay.
Those things could go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Keep the secret.
We can keep secrets, but you gotta understand, we are filming this for the owner. And we're filming this for a lot of people to see. So be careful with what you say and what you want people to know, okay? I probably should have made that clear ahead of time that this is being filmed and this is being documented. And I thank you for understanding. But just keep that in mind.
It's time to leave.
Time to leave.
Doesn't like that we're filming. All right, so what I have here is our SB7 that everyone has to know about. I have it hooked up to a mini guitar amp and two guitar pedals. One is a noise reduction and the other one's reverb. The noise reduction pedal gets rid of all that sweeping, that annoying sweeping you hear when you listen to someone do a spirit box session. That cancels that out. So the only thing that comes through is the voices. And then the reverb just adds a little bit of, like an echo, a little bit of dissonance to it. I usually mess around with different settings on the sweep rates and everything like that.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, this thing's cool, man. So the idea is that we're gonna basically pump white noise out, and you're gonna hear select words and select phrases come through. We'll hope that it has enough energy, whatever we're speaking with, to tell us more about itself and more of its story by having this free form option to talk to us. So it might be hard to decipher at times. We're going to be asking a lot.
Well, hold on.
Step behind the bar.
I hear that.
So we're going to be asking a lot of different questions. So we'll leave good gaps in between the questions to see what kind of answers come through.
Yep.
And hopefully this thing can tell us more about itself and about what he or she may need. So go ahead and turn that thing on.
Alrighty.
It's Ghostbuster type shit.
Yeah, it's my my proton pack. Oh, the bell just went off.
Yep. Is that you behind the bar?
I just heard like a stomp.
If that was you behind the bar, can you make that bell go off again?
Bell just went off again.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So why are you here? Can you tell us through that box why you're here?
What?
I just heard something in there in the kitchen. Did you guys hear that in there?
This was like a stomp over there.
It's back over on this corner, guys.
I just heard something really loud in the kitchen.
You heard it, right?
Oh yeah,
There's like a stomp.
it was
Yeah.
very heavy. Can you try to tell us your name if possible?
Hurt? I heard hurt.
What's keeping you in this building? Why are you still here?
Died?
Died.
I heard died.
Yep. Are you the one that needs help? Do you still feel pain?
Bell.
Yep. K2 also.
How old are you? Can you tell us your age, please?
Female.
Yep. I didn't hear the age though.
Oh, I'm gonna try something. It's still gonna be loud when the voices come through. It's just gonna get rid of some of that static.
That helps. You told us that you died and that's why you're stuck here. Do you know how you died? Is that a no?
It sounded like a no, or it could have been anything though.
Wow. K2 and Bell.
Yeah.
Do you remember how old you were when you died?
$13.
13. Yep.
So you were.
Almost.
That was.
It's like, those are the things where like you edit and rush, right? Take the audio and like some of those things that we think we hear, we can't obviously hear right now. Just adjust the speed and slow it down a hair and get rid of some of the noise, and you'll hear like, yeah, that's how I do it.
So you were How many of you are in this building that can hear us right now?
2? No, you heard 4?
Did you hear?
I heard it 4 again.
4. Okay.
It just said it again.
Thank you so much. Are all 4 people that can hear us in this room right now?
13 again. It was in the back. Ooh, I just heard actual movement. Oh my God. Oh, dude. I heard something like approach that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm right here.
All right, so what is that confirming?
I'm hearing like someone standing there or something.
I want to believe that we're talking to Eliza and that she's the one that took her life, but maybe it's not like that.
Yes, it is.
Was that what you said?
Sounded like it.
So, this is my own kind of theory. Did the man here have maybe a secret relationship with a 13-year-old girl?
Said something.
Did you have a relationship with a child and you don't want people to know about it? Because you talked about secrets. Can you give us a word just to say, was this some kind of man that had a secret relationship with a 13-year-old?
That hasn't gone off at all.
Wow.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Okay, this isn't fair.
I'm in frame 2. Holy
Did
shit.
you just hear that?
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
A female.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
That's gotta be it. It was talking about secrets.
Right.
Right.
So the secret is, what we're gathering is that someone had a secret relationship or an affair, if you will, with a kid.
You agree?
Yeah.
And the person, maybe the secret got out, or he was afraid it was gonna get out, so he took his life.
That's the only thing I could think
But
of.
honestly, like this whole time, I thought we were speaking with a female who took her life. Maybe did she take her life too? About the secret also?
Could be.
You know what I mean?
We gotta figure out the well too.
The well also.
So Eliza, if you can hear us, do you have some kind of connection to the well in the basement? Are you dead because of this man? I feel like that's a yes.
I heard a yes.
Yeah,
Heard yes?
in like a very young girl's voice. So did this man hurt you?
No.
Help. I just
Okay.
heard help. Female.
Did you hear footsteps
I
behind
hear
you?
something back there, yes.
Okay.
I heard shuffling.
Me too.
Oh, that's not good. Is that it? Were you maybe kept down in the basement as punishment? Maybe in that small closet next to the stairs? Were you maybe kept down there as a secret?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Yes. That's confirmation. And that's where I was starting to go in my head.
So she was kept, this girl, Eliza, so to speak, was kept in that room next to the stairs as punishment? Is that what we just confirmed? Or
Or at least in the basement in general.
basement in general? Okay.
If we come down there, will you talk to us?
Oh my God.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Are you going to be alone down there? Will this man be a problem if we go down there?
feel like we might be dealing with another Ed. Right.
So Eliza, we're gonna head downstairs into the basement. We really want you to meet us down there so you can try to tell us more, okay? Is that something you think you can do?
What was that? That was weird. That was a full sentence.
Yup.
Male.
All right, Eliza, so if you can hear us, we're gonna head down to the basement. We want you to meet the three of us down there, and we're gonna try to further this conversation. Thank you so much for telling us what you could. And the man, whoever you are, thank you for participating as well. We want your story too, okay?
Oh my God. I just was thinking about that going off. I was like, I hate being really close to that, and it just went off.
All right, guys, so we are in the basement. We are next to the well, which is right here. It is Kyle with a night vision, myself with night vision, and Alan, as always, on the SLS. And if you guys remember what an SLS is, it's a tablet with an Xbox Connect. And what it does is it basically projects laser. And if things pass through that laser, it will detect humanoid type figures, something of that nature. So if anything passes through it, it will show up as a stick figure.
What I think we should do in the meantime is, it was an idea that I thought about between visits. I actually have an EVP recorder, and I put it on a string. I say we drop it into the well and let it record while we walk around.
Absolutely.
Does that sound cool?
Great idea.
Yeah.
All right, so like you guys know, it's just a simple recorder. And let's get this thing down in the well. So I'm going to start the recording now. It's recording.
So considering that it seems like the well is a focal point, and what the well coincides with, or whatever the importance of the well is, we're unsure, but we're hoping that with this method, with the EVP on a string deep in the well, that we might get more answers about the relevance of the well. I think we have a pretty good idea of what might be happening here. Are we 100%? No, but we have a lot of puzzle pieces put together. So we're hoping that this just adds another puzzle piece to the puzzle. All right, guys, so as promised, as stated, we are now in the basement, and we believe that a lot of dark things happen down here. So if maybe Eliza is down here, or anybody else down here that can maybe answer some questions about the basement. So Eliza, if you're down here with us, can you make it known?
The moment you said her name, this K2 is now going off.
Okay. So Eliza, that confirms that you do hear me and that you are down here with us, so we do thank you. We understand that it might not be as safe down here as it is upstairs, but Kyle, Alan, and myself promise to look after you while we're down here.
I've got a second figure with Kyle.
I was just going to mention that I just got a
Cold?
huge stomach pain
Okay.
in my gut.
So Eliza, if that is you by Kyle, can you maybe wave?
I got a K2 hit and it's gone now.
Okay. If you want, Eliza, pick any one of us to maybe be your guiding light.
I just heard a female voice with my own ears.
And I'm mapping right to the right of you by the stairs. Gone again.
I heard a female voice
Coming down the stairs?
from up there.
We want you to feel safe with us. I think at this point, especially with us returning back for you, you can trust us, okay?
Yep.
So,
Kyle, another one to your right. I've got a figure next to you. My SLS is frozen. And my K2 is going off.
Is it going to be a pain that the IR is reflecting really heavy?
No.
Filming you? Okay.
No, and it's gone again.
we believe we're seeing you next to Kyle. So if Kyle is your choice person, stick by his side, okay, while we're down here.
Not to freak you out, Austin, but I thought I saw like a black shadowy mass right where that red light is behind you, to the right of it. I don't have a camera on it, but
That's fine. Eliza, what happened down here, honey? Were you kept down here for punishment? Were you kept down here unwillingly?
Eliza, we've put a recorder down in the well. If you want to tell us anything, you can go into that safe spot and you can talk there. We'll be able to hear it later on.
So again, Eliza, although our ears might not hear you, we have the equipment to hear you and see you, okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Eliza, if you're down here, try to find a way to stand next to Kyle, the man with the glasses. So he's one of our friends. He doesn't live far from here. Kyle's also a dad. He's got kids of his own. Austin and I haven't had that privilege in life, but Kyle has. So if there's anybody... What the f*** was that?
What was that? But it's off.
it sounded like it was from behind you,
It sounded
not.
like it was in like the well.
It sounded like it came from that
Okay.
well side,
Like
yeah.
Me, but next to you. Austin and I haven't had that privilege in life, but Kyle has. So if there's anybody, what the f*** was that?
What was that?
So if there's anybody you can trust, like a father figure, that'd be Kyle. 2 bits.
Yep.
Come stand with him. I've got a really cool camera that can see you too.
How can we help you, Eliza?
If you feel safe next to me, can you light this up green? Can you light this up green? You just gotta light it up one more light.
So Eliza, if you were in maybe a secret relationship with an older man, and for some reason you might feel guilty about it, we don't want you to feel guilty. It very well may not have been your fault whatsoever. But we want to let you know that we're not going to judge you. We're not going to punish you for any reason. We just want to know what happened so we can tell somebody, maybe get you the help that you need. Or even if you just want to be heard in general, we're here to listen, okay? There's a lot of weird things that happen here and the people here want to know why. And we'd like to give them an answer. And if you know exactly what it is that's been going on, please tell us. Thank you. That way we can tell them the truth, okay?
Can you maybe make a noise down here? in the direction that you're in.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah. Can't see that.
So, we heard you, thank you. If there's any possible way, that's Alan.
I know, sorry.
If there's any possible way,
Oh wait, I've got a small figure next to Kyle.
okay, good. That was my next question. I was gonna tell you to make yourself known in front of Alan
Oh,
and next to Kyle.
now it's Kyle. It's to your right, along that door that goes into that weird closet. So that weird little closet behind you.
Yep.
You're basically reaching into it.
Yep.
Last time you're seeing that.
Yep.
Are you right next to me?
What are you trying to show him? Are you trying to bring attention to that weird little closet there? Here, Kyle, maybe try moving away. I want to see if the figure stays.
Yeah, take a step back. Yep.
This K2 has not gone off at all.
What is it? Whoa.
What is happening?
Is that a second figure?
But his is gone.
So yours is, it's not detecting Kyle anymore.
It's something on the stairs and something below him. Does it look to you like something adult-sized is like on the stairs and something child-sized is at the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah.
That's
That would
very
be-
strange.
Okay.
In line with the what we're kind of
Okay,
picking
well,
up.
child's gone. Now it's mapping Kyle again. If this is the man on the stairs, can you wave?
It's so weird looking. Oh, there it is.
Just wave?
Yeah, with the right arm.
Yep. Thank you so much.
What is it about that closet behind you? Is that what you're trying to show us? Are you trying to block it? Almost, it almost looks like he's protecting it. Like, don't go in there.
Kyle,
weird.
try and pop that door to the closet.
Pop it open.
Yeah. If you can see.
But the kid is still there. See?
Yeah, it's like by the well too, isn't it?
That's exactly where it is. Nothing. It's like right when he opened that door, they just disappeared.
It just stopped, yeah. Was it something to do with that room?
It might.
Cannot see.
All right, what is it about this room, this little closet area?
I'm getting a lot of K2 hits the closer I get to Kyle.
Did bad things happen in there?
No. Nothing in there in the SOS. You think maybe one of us should sit in there? Maybe do something like an Estes method or
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm for it.
one last sit down. I mean, that's a weird f***ing closet.
Yeah. Who wants to do it?
I'll sit in there.
You're cool with that?
Yeah, I don't think I've done an SE since Oliver, so.
So what we're going to do is we're going to run an Estes method. Anybody who watches who does not know what that is, it's the same device like Kyle was using upstairs that sweeps through the white noise, but just Austin can hear it in his headphones, so that way he can really dial into it, only focus on that, and try his best to pick up the words, pick up the phrases, and actually say them out loud without knowing what the questions are, or what Kyle or I are saying. He's not going to hear us. He's not going to hear anything happening around him. So there could be chaos going on around him. He's going to have no idea. So we'll start him with that and see if we can't at least get some answers to what's been going on and try to give Kevin and the people here something to work with. All right, I'm going to turn this on for you, bud. So Eliza, or anybody who's down here, we've given Austin the same device that we used upstairs that Kyle brought. It's going to sweep through white noise, and you can use it to say words or phrases. Austin's going to say them back to us. So listen to our questions, listen to what we're saying, and use him to answer us. If you can figure that out, we can get more direct responses and better answers for the people here, and maybe try to help you out, okay?
Help.
That's what we're here for, okay? That's just a weird first word to get.
Yeah, we've gone that a lot since we've been here, both times.
So Eliza, if this is you and you do need some kind of help, is there some way you can tell us how? Do you need one of us to help you get out of here? Is that the kind of help you're looking for? Do you hear that? Is that a double?
Yeah. One thing that might help us a little bit getting closer to figuring out what we can do to help you, if there is a man that you're afraid of, and even though we are much more into the future, there is still things we can do to get you some closure, whether that be your family or...
Yeah.
Yes?
What?
So we've got methods we can use to help you out. It's tough when you say help, because we need to know how, and then maybe we can. Do you want one of us to lead you out of here?
What the hell?
Is this the man or the girl talking? We're not just here for fun, we're here to do something.
Liar.
No. Absolutely not. We're here to help. We might seem like three regular dudes with a bunch of weird equipment, but we're actually here to help. How about you tell us who this is?
Get off.
Get off.
Torture.
Could also be not telling us specifically those
Mental.
things, but replaying something that happened to them.
I was going to say like a residual thing.
Right.
Like not directly talking to us.
Right. Could be saying it to him, the guy, or whoever, and we're picking it up.
We've got devices set up. There's one.
Help.
Help again. We want to, honestly. If this is you asking us, we want to help. We can give you permission to latch onto one of our energies as we leave this building. And then once we're out that door, you can go wherever you want, whether it's heaven or another place. But you really, really have to want it.
Okay.
If closure is what you're looking for, we need your help to guide us to what that resolution can be.
Do you think your situation is something that we can help you with?
Help.
Is it something we can help you with? Do you know a way? It's as frustrating for us as it is for you. You're using your energy, you're telling us these words, and we really want to.
He's over there.
So he's over there.
He's over there, yeah. Is he in any of these directions where you can maybe light off one of our devices?
Distraction.
Is this the man that you had a secret relationship with?
I'm pretty
Pretty
sure.
much. Upstairs.
So we truly want
Still there.
Still there, still upstairs.
Still upstairs. Do you want us to go back upstairs?
Maybe this room is too uncomfortable for you.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll go back upstairs and we'll finish our conversation.
So what we'll do is
Waiting.
They're waiting for us.
all right. So we'll go back upstairs. We'll try to end things there. We'll try to give you a couple options. I'm sorry if being down here was a little more uncomfortable. We'll get you back upstairs, okay? Did you want to tell us anything else before we do that?
I went upstairs.
Yeah, I think see what we can do. So it's kind of come down to this. We've got one last chance to help you here. We got to kind of close up shop for the night. So I'm going to start a recording here.
Communication.
Weird how that works.
Yeah.
This is going to be your last chance to kind of tell us something, whether it's the man, the girl, or something else here. We did our best to figure out what the best way to communicate with you was. And I guess it's safe to say that it's different for everybody here. So if there's any final things you want to do or say, you've got your devices, you've got the three of us. We truly do want to help. We just don't quite know how. Sorry if the basement was kind of an uncomfortable situation for you, either of you. So take these last couple minutes to do something or show us something or say something.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I don't know if helping you is beyond our... Thank you. We don't know if helping you is beyond our capabilities as much as we'd like to. But we're going to mention it to the owner. Maybe he can do something for you.
I lived right there.
I lived right there.
Second floor
I say
apartment.
maybe
Or
upstairs.
the apartment, yeah. Are you saying that you lived in one of the apartments upstairs after this place was renovated?
That was weird.
Yeah, too.
I just got shivers run up my body. Since we can't physically see you or hear you, the things you might be telling us, we don't know who's saying what. We've been hearing a lot. Heaven?
Are you trying to move on? Well, the only thing I think we can really offer you is allowing you to attach to one of our three energies just temporarily. This could be the man, this could be the girl, something that just wants release, something that wants to get out. You can hold on to one of us when we walk through that front door, but that is the threshold where you let go. If for some reason you can't make it out the front door, you can use us to make it past that barrier, but after that you are on your own to move on. So as we pack up, as we make our way out of this building, take that opportunity. K2. Take that opportunity. But other than that, if you are stuck here and can't seem to find a way out, we do feel for you and we are sorry that that's the situation you're in. But I hope that this was a good outlet for you. I hope this was a good way to get some of your story out for the owner here and for yourselves.
I can only imagine how hard it must be to have either taken your own life or taken somebody else's life, but you're currently stuck feeling the same way you did when you were still living.
If you can't make it out of here with our help, please try your best to be as good as you can, be as respectful as you can to the people who are here, the owners and the people that live in this building. Just keep that in mind as a top priority, that the people here know you're here. Be respectful. And if you need help, find a way to tell them.
It's like walking in the kitchen.
That's in here for sure.
That was in here. It's like walking in the kitchen.
When the owners come in, when the customers come in, when the employees come in, just be respectful. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past, but what does matter is how you've learned from it and the steps you take to improve.
But thank you for sharing what you have with us these 2 nights we've been here. Thank you for using your energy to do that. Sorry if we fell short tonight with helping you, but thank you for sharing your story with us. But I think that's where we're going to call it tonight. It's one of those things where we got a lot, but I don't know.
Right.
This place delivered.
Yeah.
Definitely has layers. Every investigation we do, we feel the same way about it.
It ends up being frustrating because
It's-
we want to find out so bad.
Right.
And I think sometimes it's the time that gets away from us. I don't know, this time was different because we actually focused on the details of it because we already knew some stuff going into it.
Yeah.
Murdered.
You know, doing what we do, how can you really get concrete evidence and, you know, groundbreaking material and like a for sure answer?
Yeah. So whether it's somebody that killed themselves here, someone that had a very scandalous affair, maybe a minor was involved, it's hard to say. That kind of seems like those were the themes here. Could it have been those? Sure. But we won't truly know.
Right. And with it being what it was back in the day,
It's all speculation.
I think we did get over 2 nights, so I appreciate,
of course.
Yeah.
always appreciate people coming along, like yourself, Kyle. You brought some cool stuff. Thank you for that.
No, thanks for having me,
You're
guys.
welcome anytime,
Yeah.
always.
We'll just keep trying to figure these things out. We may never see 100% in our lifetime, but we'll keep trying.
We live on here.
But other than that, we'll see you in the dark.
Be nice to me in the comments.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
What is up, SSP fam? This is our first investigation of 2026, so we all hope you guys had a very happy new year.
So first of all, we hope you liked Whispers from the Well Part 2. I know this is going to be at the end of that video. Right now, the date is January 17th. So we always stay ahead about a couple of months when we film. So this is our first investigation of 2026, like Austin said. And we wanted to start the year off strong. So instead of staying this small content creator group that we are, and we hate socializing, we are introverts, we decided to reach out to some people, and some of them reached out to us and we actually responded. So the first things I want to talk about, Austin, myself, and Corey are now in partnerships with 2 different producers of paranormal equipment. So the first being Beaver County Paranormal out of Pennsylvania. His name is Tim. Fantastic guy. He makes stuff by hand, budget friendly, really cool stuff. You're gonna see some of that in the upcoming episodes. You're not gonna see it in the episode you just saw, of course, because this is new of 2026. Fantastic guy, so expect some things from him. And out of British Columbia, we have a gentleman that goes by Ghost Gear. His name is Pete. Pete's also a fantastic guy. We had a long talk with him. He's excited to work with us. He's got people in Australia, New Zealand. We are one of his first United States partnerships, and we're very honored to be that group. So we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff with them. They're gonna support us. We're gonna support their store. We expect you guys to give us feedback on their equipment, what you like, what you don't like, because that's gonna benefit them in the future as well with this partnership.
Which brings us to our third announcement, which has been in the works for quite some time. We are now on streaming devices. You can find us on the Dark Realm TV channel. That is on Roku and Fire Stick. Not only is it paranormal, it's also supernatural. So if you're into Bigfoot, aliens, stuff like that, they have something to offer for everybody into the supernatural. So we want to thank Jay, Joe, and Jason.
3 J's, we know that much.
3 J's, the triple threat. Again, it's been in the works for quite some time, and we believe that we are now at a point where we can benefit them as well as they can benefit us without any sacrifice to you guys on the YouTube.
So it's pretty much like a Netflix service. You do a $5 prescription. I'm so medical. You do a $5 subscription for the month. If you think about whenever you go to Dunkin', Starbucks, your drinks are like $7. So $5 to support these guys who support us. We're gonna have episodes come out every Monday. So every Monday is when they plan on putting out Soul Seekers episodes, and this is gonna be from episode 1 all the way caught up to what you're seeing today. Subscribe, check them out. Check out the other creators on there. I'm sure they've got some fantastic people they're working with. Very excited, very humbled. We thank you guys for the support, because if we didn't have your support, we probably wouldn't be taking the time to do any of this. But because you drive us to be better people, better investigators, you have a lot of impact on what we do. So thank you.
Yes, and if you want to see these episodes early before they hit our YouTube, they will get the episodes about a week in advance. So if you are antsy and you want more sooner, subscribe to the Dark Realm TV channel. And with that, we thank you. Corey thanks you. You guys are everything. We'll see you in the dark.